Greenlawn Cemetery was even here. I've never heard of it before until a couple months ago, so it was just interesting to find something new and to do something different.
All right, first, thank you to everybody for coming. What we're here, it's actually part of a national movement started by a guy in Florida, and it's called Before Memorial Day. And he went to a cemetery just like this, which is a private cemetery, and noticed all of these marble, federal provided government veterans headstones that were all dirty and didn't look very good. They're supposed to be nice and white marble like you see in all the pictures of Arlington. When they're in a federal cemetery, the government pays for the upkeep. When they're in a private cemetery, like any of you that are veterans, if I wanted to be buried here, my family could request the government to provide, the VA to provide a veterans marker for my gravesite. But once it's put there, it's up to my family to keep it clean.
Yeah, it's better. It's for the veterans. It's the least we can do.
Wow, I bet it's been many years since this has been done on this.
There is an actual procedure issued by the VA, the Veterans Administration, on how to clean these markers. It's a two-step process. You want to spray the headstone down with water. Give them a gentle scrubbing with soft bristle brushes.
They preceded me and paved the way for me to spend my time in the Navy, and one day, you know, hopefully somebody will do the same for me.
Then someone else will come behind with wet and forget. It's a biological fungicide that'll eat away mold discoloration. And so this is authorized by the government to clean these headstones.
When you go out here and look, there's lots of people who have served and died for our country. And it's a way of honoring them. That instead of just taking Memorial Day, and sometimes you get busy with other things, but it's a way to come and whether you say a prayer or just remember that this is sacrifices that they made for our nation.
The biggest discovery, and initially this started with my youngest son's Eagle Scout project. So we started scouting out cemeteries about a year or so ago, and we came to this one, and we're looking for veterans markers because online it said there was a good amount of veterans here. And then we stumbled upon Homer L. Ferguson. And it's like, out of the blue, just walked across it. And that was the most amazing thing, because I work at, right down the road, 10 minutes from here at the shipyard, and this is right here, and never knew he was buried locally. And I'm an apprentice graduate, and anybody that's an apprentice knows who Homer L. Ferguson is. So that's just an added bonus. We were able to take care of his family plot and his grave and clean those up as well.
This was actually very different, and I have never thought about doing it until somebody mentioned it. It's a personal thing because you're actually doing something with your hands, and you're kind of giving dignity, and you're remembering as you're touching the people's headstones, the sacrifices that they made for the country.
Our mission at the shipyard and providing the greatest worship to the Navy is primary, but myself as a veteran, sometimes when we left the service, there's that hole. Every day, that's part of your life of supporting the country, putting on that uniform and doing your job. And so doing this type of community service, it really fills that hole. Lets us continue to support our military, our veterans, and our country. And these unique opportunities are really niche for a group like us. We're a small group, the Veterans Employee Resource Group. So when we find something like this, that we can do it on a small scale, but has a huge impact. People might not see the impact, but to us, there's a lot of cemeteries in this area that could really use our help.